Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict, right? As you can tell by today's thumbnail, we're putting in some work, right? Putting in that work. Not necessarily in prison. Yes, a lot of work gets put in, but in life, right? You could put work in prison. You could put work in on the guys. You could be a gang member putting in work. Shit, you could be an average everyday Joe, Sleepy Joe, and putting in work, right? Putting in work, necessary, yes, for the cause that you believe in, no matter what it is, right? Sometimes, Sasuke, it's not even a gang beef. Sometimes you put in work because you know what? Someone disrespected you, or someone disrespected your familia, or there's something righteously that you believe in, and you're like, fuck it, homies, in a menudo's not a direct fashion. I'm gonna go put in some fucking work like that again in that fashion. Come on, homies, let's go. No, Sasuke, we can't put in work today. What happened, homies? You don't want to work? Charlie, homies, hey, watch out. Because, you know what I mean? Hey, the way that my bank account is set up and the way that my old lady feels, you know what I mean? I ain't got enough fed. You got to go put in work, and she ain't going to let me go put in work. So that, combined with that, means no putting in work. All right. I already know what time it is. But sometimes you have to put in that work. You have to go out there and do what you have to do to make things necessary for you and your safety and security to be okay. You know, of course, growing up as a youngster, and gravitating towards being adulthood and being a gang member and getting involved in all that type of stuff. From day one, I was taught to put in that work. You know, I was educated and indoctrinated by several individuals. I've told you the stories, and always the end result was you got to be down for your shit. You got to put in that work. You got to handle your business. You're going to be involved in pegadas. You're going to be involved in doing certain things that you don't want to do necessarily, but you have to do them because that's if you don't do them, man, that's going to make you look bad on your part. And, you know, when it goes on and on and on from there. But as a youngster, I remember striving to do that. You know, I wanted to put in the work. I wanted to be the homeboy on the front line status. I wanted to be the homeboy on first and foremost to handle his motherfucking bizwax, right? So again, there was a lot of times that I put in work that I didn't even have to. You know, I took the necessary precautions and steps to secure myself to go out there and handle business when I necessarily didn't even have to. Motherfuckers didn't even ask for my help. And I'm going to tell you a couple stories. I remember one time, the fair, Merced Fairgrounds. It's 1996, the fair. I just got out of YA. And I mean, within weeks, and maybe a week and a half. And I remember we're at the fair, and I was hyped up. I was ready to put in that work. I was ready to prove to everyone why I had that Mongolian whipping back and forth, right? I wanted to show everybody that I was about my tongue post shit. So we're actually walking, me and a few homeboys, and there's a crowd gathered, and I recognize a few of these guys as being Norteños or being homeboys at that time. Not even knowing what the beef is between them and these other individuals they're beefing with, but just knowing that them being homeboys, they must be righteous. Sasuke, they're right, and these vatos are wrong, right? And so I flighted a guy. I just walked by, didn't even know him, just took flight without fucking identifying, without anything. And of course, that put me in a bad situation because little did I know, man, it was a personal beef, and these were homeboys too. Benza on la tira, right? Now, at that time, they weren't really tripping off the red on red stuff, so, I mean, shit was happening. You know, shit was happening. You'd get the one-on-one fight. If you had a problem with the homeboy, you can call him out. You can handle your business. It was what it was. But that particular day, the homeboys were tripping because I came out of left field, so I was getting put in that work. That's just how I felt that day. Menudo, right? And I menudoed him. Came out from snaked on him. I ain't gonna lie. Caught him from the left to the left. And he went to sleep, right? And that was that. Of course, homeboys got at me the next day. They're like, damn, bro, why you do the homeboy like that? I said, I didn't even know. I just seen him arguing with Jason Holmes, and I figured, fuck you. You know, I know Jason from way back, like a heart attack. So I said, I'm going to make it happen. Yay. And I did my thing. And he was like, Charlie, bro, you know what I mean? That wasn't cool. And the homeboy's going to want to see you one time for your mind. And I said, well, indubitably. You know what I mean? Let's put that work in. And of course, we handled that, how we handled that. And that was what it was. That was just one situation where putting in work went wrong. You know, putting in work gone wild, right? And it went wrong. But I still did it because I had that instilled in me. I wanted to prove something to somebody. I always wanted to prove in Merced City, man, that I was just a little bit downer than everyone else. Or not necessarily downer than everyone else, but that I fit right into the mold myself. That I was down to handle my business. I was down to put in my work just like anyone else would do, you know? There were some guys that weren't, though. I'm telling you, I remember pulling up one time, and I can't tell you the whole intricacies and the details into this story because I was scared. I don't want to get a warrant. But we're actually sitting in a carro, me and several other individuals, and I can't say their name, and we're going to go put in some serious work, right? And we have a few of them things, and we're chilling in the carro, and I remember one of the homeboys comes up to the car, you know, and he's supposed to be in that motherfucking car. Fuck coming up to the car all late, look on a motherfucking beach cruiser looking like a tweaker. You're supposed to be sitting right there beside me, man. I'm still here handling your business, right? Putting in that work with your boy. But of course, no, that wasn't to be. So he's like, hey, bro, you know where I can get a dime? Nah, Holmes, I know where you can get you, motherfucking, you know what I mean? Oh, no, man, no, come on, bro, what are you guys going to do, man? That ain't cool, man. You should think about your lives, right? Think about your lives? Bro, you just asked for a dime. Get on out of here, man. Go to sleep one time for your mind. And I felt some type of way. I felt like shooting him right in his motherfucking ass. I'm going to be honest with you. But at that time, I realized that not everybody was up to par. Not everybody had the same mentality and the same way of thinking. Not every single person is down to put in that work. You know, some guys are from the hood just for necessity because they need protection or because they grew up there, you know, or because they're big brothers from the hood. So automatically they assume that they're fucking involved and it's all good in the hood. But they never go to prison or they never put in that work. And I'm not saying going to prison is a good thing and putting in work's a good thing and getting caught up and getting stripped away from your familia is a good thing. No, because Charlie, that isn't. You know, at the end of the day, you and your familia are going to go through a lot of hardships. But when you're claiming to be big, bad, somebody from a body or a hood that's doing this and doing that, you will be asked and you will be, it will be encouraged to put in just a little bit of work, just a smidgen of work, right? You're going to have to do something to prove that you're about your business or to prove that you're able to walk that yard or able to go out there and walk them streets with the right individuals that are out there really doing that, because there's some motherfuckers that are getting active in their functioning, right? There's some guys that are really out there getting with the activities. They're really true believers, you know, and I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at them for doing what they're doing. Hey, at one point in time, I was with that same mix. So let's call me Betty Cracker, Holmes. I was mixing it up. So what do you get on cake, right? And it was good. But there's some guys that are not with that. Now you get to prison, right? You get to prison and depending upon what group segment you're from, whether you're a Wood, a Norteño, a Southsider, a Sangre, a Gripa, you know, the list can go on and on. A Latin King, shout out to the Latin Kings, MS, Bulldogs, whatever different group you're from, you're going to be asked to put in work. Or you're going to find it necessary to put in that work. You're just going to have to, you know what I mean? You can get to an institution, get to a prison, get to a yarda, where you're the only one there, or there's only a couple of your homeboys there, man, and it's on in Kraken, or in the words of a song, it's on in Bracken, you know, on 55th, cuz, right? You're going to hit that yard, then you better not be a custer. You know what I mean? You better put in your work. You better go out there, you better put in your work, man, because ain't no 40s and no Popeye's chicken out there, man. What's out there, Holmes, is a whole bunch of motherfuckers with bone crushers waiting on your punk ass. You better go and handle your business. If not, they're going to stretch you out, you're going to get flown out, and we're going to see you later. And that's it, plain and simple, period. That's how it goes down in the California Department of Corrections, right? In other fucking states, it could even be worse and sometimes not as worse. I can't call it like an alcoholic. I know at the end of the day, man, I can only tell you what I know. And in California, man, they ain't playing. If you hit the wrong yard, man, if you go to the wrong place at the wrong time, you'll be going out like that, period, you know? But you got to put in your work. You know, you got to put in your work. I've been put in many situations, you know, back in the days where I was told, you know, when I was active and I was actually out there aggressively putting in that work, that I was told that certain yards were not good for me. You know, certain yards were no good for Norteños, period. And that I was to handle my business, you know? I was to handle my business. I had a certain amount of time to go out there and handle my business. And guess what? Bang, bang. I went out there and handled my business. Now, of course, I didn't pick up a piece and stab anyone and do all that, man. That wasn't what I was trying to do. That's what I wasn't trying to accomplish. I wasn't trying to catch vida. You know what I mean? If I had to, I would do what I had to do. But I was just going out there and trying to take flight, man. I'm the first motherfucker that posed a threat, or the first motherfucking target I could identify so I can get up out of that yard, because that yard was basura. It was trash. And that's what I did. Of course, that's part of the process of putting in work, but it's never enough. Let me explain something to you, and I'm not trying to deter you from your group faction, man. Get your motherfucking bang on if that's what you choose to do. I ain't mad at it, man. Righteous is how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? Only you, at the end of the day, man, can judge yourself besides the man up there. Only you know what you're doing, man, and you're in charge of your life, right? So someone like me that's sitting here on YouTube that's done things in the past, yeah, I can tell you about my past experiences. Yeah, I can tell you about the way I rolled. Yeah, I can tell you certain things, believe it or not. But at the end of the day, man, you're going to make that choice, and righteously you deserve that. You got that coming. It's your life. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, man. Handle your shit. Menudo. That's just the way it is, you know? But I'll tell you this. It's never enough. Putting in work never is enough. You know, when you're from a gang, when you're from a group faction in prison, when you're from whatever you're from, it's never enough. And, you know, I found that out the hard way. Since an 11-year-old kid, you know, I was putting in that work. You know, 12 years old, I was in YA, putting in that work. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, putting in that work. I got out of YA, right? And continued to go out there with the homeboy and do things. Can't speak on them. And put in that work, right? As I got older, in and out of prison, I continued to put in that work. County jail, doing removals, putting in that work. Going to prison, putting in that work. When was it ever enough? It wasn't. But the one time I questioned putting in the work, well, Gunner, you're no good no more. Well, guess what, Gunner? You're a piece of shit now, Gunner. Guess what, Gunner? All that shit you did don't count, homie. Guess what, Gunner? You are no good, bro. Take off our red hat, blood. Take off our red hat, homeboy. You know what I mean? You're not good, brother. Yes, I know you did a lot. Yes, I know you made a lot of sacrifices for your familia and a lot of sacrifices for the cause and for the homeboys. Yeah, I understand all that. But the air's blowing that way, puto. You should go with it because you don't count no more. You're irrelevant because you didn't want to put in work one time, right? Not even necessarily knowing the reasoning behind it and how I felt that day. So it was cold that day, right? And it wasn't about not putting in work because I did it for fucking 20 years plus. It was just another walk in the park for me. It wasn't it was no thing but a chicken wang. Put it like that. You know what I mean? Hit it with a little that devil spit and say, okay, that shit is bomb, right? It wasn't nothing. Okay? But people will never understand unless you're in that situation. Unless you're put in that exact yard, that exact predicament, then you don't know, man. So stop speaking on it, puto, because you don't know. Okay? But it is what it is. It's something I'm forever gonna have to live with. And it's something I forever will live with. And I take that, I embrace it, it is what it is. I know that I put in that work. I know that it didn't amount to shit. I don't got no failure to show for it. The chain right here that I'm rocking didn't come from putting in work. This came from putting in work, Holmes, but not that type of work. It came from getting up every day, throwing on some fucking boots, going over there and get my weld on. Yeah, I put in some work, you know. See this ring right here? That came from picking tomates. I had to put in that work, right? Different type of work. Now, am I hating on the gang members? Am I hating on these individual groups? Am I hating on these people that are putting in them chingazos and putting in that work? Charlie, man. If anything, it's nostalgia for me. I remember those times. The good times and the bad times. You know, because with good comes bad. With bad comes good. You're always going to have a little bit of everything. That's just the way it is. But I look from a distance now, you know, because now I'm on the outside looking in. Now I'm out of the loop. You know, I still got homeboys that are righteously doing their thing, and I commend them in their get down because I know all about it. But at the end of the day, it's just not for me. You know, I got kids to worry about. I got life to worry about. Sasuke, I got YouTube people to worry about. Bang, bang. But this is me, right? This is me. This is forever going to be me. And that's just what it is. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, my history won't be stripped away from me no matter what. You know, I'll go out on my motherfucking, on my shield. You know, I'll toil you in the soil just like I have to. You know, that's putting in my work. Now, I sit back from a distance though and I watch everyone doing their thing. And nowadays it's different. It's more treacherous. It's more vicious. See, back in our days, man, we jump off of cars. Let's get what's up, man. Black out a motherfucker, take flight, hit a motherfucker a few times, jump in the car and do a pushing to the next light. You know what I mean? Dirty little toss up, neighborhood hoe. We'd be gone, right? It's not like that anymore. Nowadays, you're all on Instagram, so let's get flexing the money. Motherfuckers just walk up on broad daylight, right on fucking live, and blow your shit, your noodles backwards, right? That's what they call it. Hey, his noodles was over here, so let's get back in my days. We called the top ramen and a noodle. I don't know. I can't call it like an alcoholic, but I know this is what's happening. It's different, okay? Now, there's always been motherfuckers that were about that fucking action. But nowadays, it's like, clack. Motherfuckers are different, okay? And I ain't mad at them. You know, just do your thing. But that's how they're putting in work now. There's no more this. See, the era for this is gone. Now, of course, if you find yourself in prison or in county jail where all you have is these, then you're going to use them. You know, but back in our days, this is all we had. You know, we didn't, you know, of course, we started to make weaponry. We started to get laced up on how to make weaponry, and we started to utilize weaponry. But these were the weapons we were born with, and these were the weapons, all the weapons that we had. You know, through elementary school, you know, yeah, motherfuckers was fighting back in my days in elementary school. They were handling their business. Third grade on up, motherfucker, you can get it. How do you want it? Don't matter how you want it. You're going to get it how I give it. That's just how it was. But that was putting in that work. Okay, so nowadays they're putting in work, maybe a little bit more vicious, maybe a little bit more different, but the work will continue to be put in. But like I said, at the end of the day, when is enough enough? When are you ever going to say, hey, so let's get that motherfucker right there home, put in all the work? No, there can never be all the work, because work gets happened and put in every single day. Okay, you got guys in prison, man, holes in people, putting in that work. Why? Because is it necessary to do that? Yeah, in some cases it is necessary to do that. Certain things deem certain reasons why you have to do certain things on the yard. Now, I'm not going to say what group faction puts in the most work. I'm going to say they all do it equally. Today it could be these guys. Tomorrow it could be them guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's these guys. You just never know. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, these vatos put in more work than anybody, you know? Everybody does their fair share of doing what they got to do. Believe me, every group faction is to be well respected in prison, man. And if you go in prison, you will understand that. You know, if you think there's not hitters from everywhere and there's just bullshitters and quitters from everywhere, you got the game fucked up. There's some serious guys that are seriously about the business, seriously about their cause, and seriously with the wigglization. They've been doing it before us, and they'll continue to do it after us. Decades of prominence and decades of putting in that work, and the shit don't stop. You know, every individual, like I said, is different. Everyone has a different mind state and a different mentality, man. I can't sit here and tell you what goes through people's heads and what makes them tick and talk. That's gay. I know I'm not on tick and talk, but that's all I can say. And I definitely don't wear TikTok pants. That's gay. You know what I mean? I like the constriction of blood to my brain. The blood flow is good. So that gay makes me think, not blink. You feel me? And that's what it is. But at the end of the day, putting in that work, like I said, it just will never stop. You know, and people get it misconstrued. Hey, Sasuke, did you see it, bro? Yeah, man, I was putting in that work. What were you doing last night, Sasuke? I had the hyena like that. I was putting in that work. What the? You know what I mean? That ain't putting in work. Shit, ask her. Look how she's walking on one guy. That was putting in work. What the? You know what I mean? Everything is different. You know, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Just because you poke a hole in a motherfucker doesn't make you Billy Badass and say you put in all the work. All that means is that particular day, man, your ticket came up, your number came up, and you handled your business. Hey, kudos to you for handling your business. Let me shake your baisa, Sasuke, can I borrow a sopa? And let me push to the next. Like, that's just what it is. That's life. Okay, that's part of everyday life in prison, in county jail, and life in general. You know, but let me tell you guys what the real putting in work is. I kind of mentioned it just a little while ago to see if you caught it. Bing, bang. Getting up in the morning, lacing those boots up, going out there to work. Sasuke, that's the hardest thing to do in the morning. Everyone knows, man, fuck, I don't want to go to work, man. This is bullshit. You know what I mean? That's putting in work, comes. Going picking your kids up from school, even though you're tired as a motherfucker. That's putting in work. You know, when your family's sick, going out there, Sasuke, to Walmart, going to buy NyQuil. Man, it's fucking cold. It's too early for this shit. That's putting in work. You know what I mean? When you see the raza out there, man, getting persecuted and getting, people are defecating on their character, man, and talking shit about it and clowning them, and you voice your opinion. Hey, the Vato's not here, man. Don't speak on him unless he's here. That's putting in work, right? When you go out there and you see people, man, getting utilized and getting robbed and getting stolen from you, speak up from me, Holmes, handle your business with me, bro. Why you got to do someone like that can't protect themselves? That's putting in work, right? There's a lot of different ways to put in work. Now, I'm not here to say going out there and doing a pegada, going out there and handling your business and putting in work, because that is a form and a level of putting in work. I'm just saying this is the level of work that I put in now. I don't fucking like it. Hey, fuck, man, these boots don't even fit. Fuck Red Wings, right? But I'm still putting in my work for my family because, hey, we got to eat, right? That's what I commend. You know, I got love and respect for everybody, no matter what you're doing in life. Okay, but if you do positive, you won't receive negative. If you throw fucking pipas in there, one's gonna come down and hit you on the top of your head, man, because you're doing negative. It's bound to happen, you know. But when you're doing good, good things happen, you know. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you go out there and that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you go out there and you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, man, put in that work. Put in that work. If you fucking want to go out there and be a gang member and handle your business, so let's get handle yours. I did mine. You know what I mean? I did my part, bro. Whether you like me or not, I don't give a fuck. I did my part for the cause. A cause I righteously love to this day. I did my part. You know? I just got love for all raza now. And that's it. And I'm going to continue to do that part too. So I hope that you go out there, you move fast with a purpose, to do your part for your family, do your part for the gente, do your part for the raza, man, and put in that work. You already know what it is. The gun, man. Like and subscribe. If you don't like this, you can hit it with the thumbs down. It's cool. You know, it's all cool in the hood. On 50, it's cool. You know what it is, man. I'm going to give me a 40 or boldy. Fuck it, put in that work.